Wow, Kaiju number 8. This manga right here, and I know I said this about the other one, Time Paradox, whatever, which in my opinion didn't do as well as I hoped it would. But this manga right here, I personally think is or can be the next big Shonen Jump title, and I really mean that. I mean, this manga. Throughout this video, I'll talk about the manga a little bit, and then I'll talk about what I really liked and where I think this manga took influences from other manga and just turned it into a really cool, creative story and system. So this video will have a couple spoilers, or maybe more, I don't know. There's 5 chapters on Shonen Jump. They're free at this moment. Go read it if you haven't read it already. If you don't want to read it and you just want to watch this video, you can do that too. And my name's EastCoastManga, and let's get right into this. So, I'm going to try to keep this as concise as possible because I know a lot of people have already read this since it's free, and you can just read the first 5 chapters on the Shonen Jump app. But basically, kaiju are these demon monster things that are ginormous for the most part, and what the manga depicts is there's this task force that's assigned to killing them, similar to Attack on Titan, where there's task force to kill titans. There's also another task force to clean up the kaijus when they're dead. This is really interesting because we don't see this throughout a lot of manga. And this isn't a manga, at least so far, that focuses on just cleaning up. It's not like Planetes. But we do see a glimpse of that throughout the beginning because our main character, Kafka, who his sister is actually, so he works as a cleaner, cleaning up the kaiju. And his sister is actually like the top leader, I guess you could call it, in the task force that's killing kaiju. When they were kids, they both wanted to, and they both wanted to join the section that kills kaiju, but unfortunately he failed the test, and he just kind of gave up on that hope. But as concise as possible, basically, there's an intern that joins, and him and the intern end up having this kind of near-death experience with a kaiju. And they both end up in the hospital. There's a monster demon thing that basically flies in the hospital, flies into his body, and he ends up turning into a kaiju, or a monster. More so like a demon, and he's not huge or anything, he's not like Eren, but as you see in the picture, he turns into this demon creature with like super strength, super speed, I mean all the stuff that a kaiju would have. But he's basically in full control. And then 3 months later pass, and I wish we did see the development within those 3 months, because 3 months pass and he is able to hide himself, although his kaiju demon face and everything is wanted. He's able to turn himself back into human, although it's a little susceptible to like just random phases where he doesn't realize. But him and the intern end up actually applied to the division of killing kaiju, and they're taking the tests and whatnot, and we learned some interesting stuff about the test and like equipment and stuff like that. But I believe the manga leaves off right around the second portion of the test. But getting into why I like this manga. So in terms of art style, it reminds me of My Hero Academia. Especially there's this one scene, which I'll try to put over here, that just reminds me of like My Hero Academia art style. And that's a good thing. I do really like it. And then I like the influence of Attack on Titan with like the creatures, or not the creatures, but the like giant monsters, and how there's a division that's specifically to kill them. I think there's, like I mentioned, I think I mentioned One Punch Man, where there's these giant creatures that like when they die they end up smashing into like buildings and stuff like that. You see that a lot throughout One Punch Man. And we have the main character who basically has this like demon within himself, who he can like shapeshift into the demon. That gives me heavy Ajin vibes, which I really like the first volume of that. And, honestly, I have no idea whether the manga could actually use these as influences or not. Maybe there's other stuff that, they used. But I'm really, really excited for this manga. I think that it is going to be, my hopes would be that it turns into a Attack on Titan / Ajin, or, like a darker shonen / seinen without being full seinen, or a series like that. I mean, I think there's definitely going to be dark parts to this, which I'm going to really enjoy. This is definitely not going to be a super lighthearted manga, at least that's my opinion from what I see so far. I think there's going to be moments where it is going to be lighthearted and it's going to be funny. There are some funny moments in this, but I think some of the darker fights and stuff like that, I think I'm going to enjoy. Now, something I'm not too worried about, but I'm like, I don't know. It is a Shonen Jump title, but something I didn't really like is the fact they censored part of the manga. I think this was you know, by the mangaka. I don't think it was Shonen Jump, although it could have been, I guess. But the part where he's cleaning up intestines, like, I get the point that it's supposed to be gross and everything. I don't know, because like I'm thinking, after just reading Berserk, like I'm thinking in like a dark, like seinen mode, where you could have like crazy stuff in there. I know that's probably not your average Shonen Jump reader, so I get that, but I don't know. I feel like you didn't really need to censor that. Although, you know, if you're not trying to go too dark, I see why they did. Honestly, though, I'm very, very excited for this manga. I know Jujutsu Kaisen's doing pretty well right now. Shonen Jump needs another big title. They're ending Promised Neverland. They're ending Haikyuu. I mean, there's titles that are ending. I don't know how much longer My Hero Academia is going to go for, so they need a next big thing, and I think this is it. Honestly, if this keeps going the route it's going, I think it's going to be really interesting. I'm probably not going to keep following it on the Shonen Jump app. I'm probably going to wait for a actual physical copy to release, and then I'm just going to hop on that and start reading it like that, because I don't know, I just feel like the physical copy is just going to be a better experience. So I hope that comes out relatively soon, and obviously you'll see a video once that drops. But the first 5 chapters are basically the first volume. You know, there might be a couple more chapters, but I mean, it's a pretty decent amount that's dropped so far. But I'd love to hear your opinions down in the comment section, so make sure to drop those down there. And that's been pretty much it for this video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.